Hi guys, I hope you are doing great. Welcome to my channel. Here we are with the second episode of C# tutorial, and we're going to learn typecasting and how to get user input and also be more familiar with different operators. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to subscribe it, and if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like it. Let's begin. Okay, first we're going to learn typecasting. Typecasting is when you want to assign a value of one data type to another. For example, you have a string, you want to convert it, you want to assign that value to an integer. This is called typecasting. Typecasting is actually done sometimes automatically, and sometimes you have to manually convert the type of the data. I'll show you with some examples. Okay, first I want to show you when a typecasting is done automatically. For example, you want to change an integer, you want to convert an integer into a string, okay? Sometimes it is done automatically. For example, here we have an integer int, for example, my int equals 9, and you want to print this. We learned from the previous episode that we can use a console.writeLine in order to print this integer, and we just write the name of that integer. Okay, now we can run this program. Here you see 9 is written here. Okay, whatever is written in the terminal is a string. Okay, so my integer is converted to a string automatically, but sometimes it is not done like this. Okay, for example, you want to convert a double into an integer. Let's see how we can do it. Here we write double, for example, my double equals 9.7. I want to convert my double into an integer. Here we see my integer equals my double. Okay, here you see we can see here an error. Okay, it is said that if you want to convert a double into an integer, you have to use typecasting. You can just write here, if you write here int, it means that I want to convert this double into an integer. And now we can run the program, and here you see it is 9 here. Okay, let's change it. Maybe it is somehow confusing. Let's change it to 5.7, and we have to see 5 in the terminal. Let's see. Okay, here we have 5. Typecasting is used frequently in programming, and I'll show you different uses of this method. Okay, another way of converting one data type to another is use the convert class. Okay, we have convert. If you see here, convert is a class which is in the system namespace. Okay, we can use it to convert one type to another. I'll show you an example. Here we have my int and my double. Okay, I want to convert double into an integer. This was the first way. I write here a comment. I told you how to comment. If you don't know how to make comment, I recommend you to watch the previous episode. Okay, I see this is the first method or first way. And the second way, I can say my int equals, I can say convert dot to. Here there are various functions. I can find an integer because I want to convert into an integer. Here I find int, this is an integer, and I just need to write the variable that wanted to be converted, my double. Okay, and now I can run the program. Here you see 6 is written here. Why it is 6? Because it is rounded into the next integer. Okay, we have 5.7, it is rounded to 6. If we have 5.3, for example, see here we have 5 because it is rounded to 5. Okay, let's see how we can get user input. And you have already learned that console.writeLine is used to output values. Now we're going to use console.readLine to get user input. Okay, let's see how it works. Let me define a string here, string, because whatever you write in the terminal is converted into a string automatically. So if you want to get the user input, it is a string. Okay, so you have to store the value in a string. Okay, in a string. I say user string user name, for example, equal console.readLine. Okay. After I store the value in a string, I want to print it in the output. Let's see, console.writeLine. I write the name. Let's see, name plus user name. Okay. Here it is waiting for you to enter the name. I, for example, write Amir, and I press enter. Here you see Amir is printed here. Because why? Because Amir is stored in username, and username is printed in the output. Okay, sometimes you want to get an integer from terminal, or a double, or a character. Oh, what should I do now? So let's see. I write a string again. Let's write an integer, int, for example, age, and I want to get an age from user. Okay, I say console.readLine. Okay, here is it returns a string. Okay, so okay, now I want to convert that into an integer. Here I write convert dot to integer. And now I can store this integer into a age equal to this. Now an integer is gotten from user and it is stored in age, and now I can print age. Here we see age, and we name a variable age, and now run the program. Now I write my name, Amir, and after that my age, and here you see age is printed here. Why? Because age is stored in this variable. There are also various uses of typecasting. This was the most important maybe, and I will show you the other uses of these in our projects later, but now I think it is enough. Okay, let's see how we can use operators. Operators are used to perform operation on variables and values. First of all, let's see how addition is used. For example, I have an integer called x. It is equal to 100 plus 50. Now you can see I added 100 to 50. Okay, let's print it. You can see here 150 is written here. They are added together and the result is stored in X. There are various operators. Let me give you another example. Here we have another integer called y, and it is equal to 20, and I can add them. Here I write x equals x plus y. Here the x is equal to 150 plus y equals to 20. The output, the result of this operation is stored in x, so the amount of x is changed. Let me show you. I write console .write line, and here before that addition we see the amount of x, and after the addition we also see the amount of x. So as you see here, first 100 is added to 50 and the result is stored in x, so we can here see x is equal to 150, and after that x is added to y equals to 20, and 20 plus 150 equals to 170. There are also other operators like subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, increment, and decrement. I'll show you how you can work with them. For example, I write x plus equals y. These two lines are the same, this one and this one, because in both of them x is added to another variable. Okay, so you can use either of these syntaxes, and you can use subtraction. For example, here x minus y, and multiplication. Let me show you an example. Let me comment this, and also let's define two other integers. Int z equals to 50, and also another integer called t. Let's define another integer called result, and you can here say result equals to multiplication of z and t, and we can print this. Here we see the multiplication of z and t is written right here, and x the subtraction of x and y is shown here. If you want to increase an integer just by one number, or you want to decrease it just by one, you can use this syntax. Here you can see x plus plus, or you can use x minus minus. This syntax shows that x increases by 1, and here it decreases by 1. Let me print it to show you how it works. Here is 131 because it is increased by 1, and here it decreased by 1 again. It is equal to 130, and it is also written, it is also repeated here, so we can comment this line. As you see, it increased by 1 and decreased by 1. You can use modulus. For example, you can write x equals x this line returns the division remainder of x and 10. You can see. In order to show you, let me put it between two lines to be more precise. Here, the remainder of x and 10 is 0. It is written here, and you can work with them. You can see other one. We have I told you how to use plus, minus, and we have multiplication and division, and also modulus, increment and decrement. You can use them to be more familiar with them and to be more professional. If you haven't subscribed the channel, don't forget to subscribe it, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it. Bye for now.